I mean, no one tells me you guys don't like the fucking song. So I'm on YouTube now. So all the episodes are on YouTube. We'll eventually start, I guess, recording videos. But as of now, the podcast automatically gets uploaded on YouTube. We have a Facebook, fucking Instagram page at NappyBoyRadioX. So go ahead and follow. We'll start cutting clips up and clips. Oh my god. Clips up. I'm still sober, so here we are. Whew, what a time to be alive. Is there ever a time not to be alive? I guess if you're suicidal. But then you'd be dead. After all this time, guys, of learning about AI and trying to fucking use it, this week has been the week of action. We've started the campaigns. We've started pushing it. So now we're letting it work. We're actually selling it as a product properly, you know? So we're in that area now, which is awesome. What I want to talk about is very important, like super duper important, super important. And it's strippers. I can't do it with them anymore. I've never been a fan of strip clubs because I got PTSD when I was, I think, 18, something like that, maybe younger. No, I was 18. I went to America and I was by myself. Like my mum wasn't there, so me and my cousin went to the strip club, and I remember because you got ones there, and I had it was like my last week there, so I had 500 ones. I'll be honest, might have been 200 ones. But the stripper invited me onto the dance floor of the thing pong, and I swear she physically grabbed my hands and made me throw the money. And I saw my life flash before my eyes, being like, I am broke. Them hoes came and just fucking took it. I'm not mad though, it is what it is. I think if you don't have the money to be in a strip club, you really shouldn't be in there. They want niggas that can throw it on them, and that's fair, that's their prerogative. Right? By all means. I'm not that nigga, and I don't even want to be that nigga. I'm in there trying to give them life advice and shit. You don't have to do this. But I'm saying all this because I was talking with someone recently about strip clubs, and there's a massive difference between strip clubs in Australia and strip clubs in America. One being that we don't have $1 bills. So when we want to tip strippers in Australia, we throw gold coins at them. So they walk around with a bucket, like a metal bucket, and they dance on you, and you kind of drop the coins in there like it's a fucking an arcade game. So you just I'm joking. The last strip club I went to was probably a year ago now. But what they do is you pay up front, right? You'd be like, oh, convert this for me. And then they have their own currency. So it's equivalent. $1 is $1. So you just go there and be like, all right, can I give them $100? They give you 100 of their dollars. Now, strip clubs in the US are like a fucking show. It's impressive. It's not the same here. The ones here are they're just ugly, boring. Everything about Australian nightlife culture is so mundane and tamed and dead. Even the clubs, the clubs in the States, people dance with each other more. A girl might grind up on a guy, dance, whatever, and move on to the next. As simple as that. Here, I've seen guys try to approach a girl, and it's always the worst case scenario, right? Or if you're dancing with a girl, it's you're stuck with her for the whole night. And I could be wrong. Maybe that's just, what I've seen, but I don't think I'm wrong. I think that's just the way it is. Now, still makes no sense when I'm bringing up the strip club. And I'm bringing it up because, well, one, I was just talking about it longer, and literally right when I came into my apartment today, I was going to the grocery store, my local grocery store, and that one stripper, I actually remembered her because now it's all fucking Colombians, right? So at least it's a bit better. And I was in the grocery store and I saw her with her boyfriend. And I even remember at the time, her saying she had a boyfriend, and I always think to myself, as a man, how can you wholeheartedly date a stripper? How could you wholeheartedly be committed to a stripper per se, right? If you're just dating them to fuck around, whatever, it is what it is. But to commit to a stripper is the same as being a cuck in my eyes, right? Because you're just okay with, letting fucking dudes touch up on your girl. And I'm not going to hear it from online people. I'm not going to sit here and be like, they're always like, oh, it's okay to date sex workers. I'm like, what is this world coming to? No, it's not. They need to be shamed. Especially when it's the first source that they go to. Like, you didn't even give life a chance. You didn't even struggle. You thought about the idea of struggling and said, I don't even want that. I'm going to go sell my pussy for some money. And then have the audacity to turn around and talk about anything. Strippers and drug dealers are very similar, right? Like, I don't respect either of their opinions. It's like, especially, like, drug dealers, maybe, if you have to support your... No, I'm not going to give them a pathway. Strippers and drug dealers are the same to me. They're both low-hanging fruit things. Like, they're the easy way out. OnlyFans is even worse. Because you bitches be on OnlyFans doing all this and that for fucking nothing. And Bad Bunny's not making a fucking $50 million a year. Think about it. How many people anybody listening to this, do you know personally making that much money, right? Now, even if you know one person, let's say you know one person making decent money, then you might know 10 people doing OnlyFans. That means you probably don't know 10 people that you're friends with that might be on OnlyFans. It's always like my friend's friend or my mate's sister's best friend. No. Like, there's a select few of women making money on OnlyFans, but the reality is they push these girls, these celebrity girls who are actually making some money. I don't believe Black China made fucking 10 million. Actually, it came out that she did it, right? Because she was suing the Kardashians at the point, and she submitted how much she was making. It was nothing. And why would they lie? Why would OnlyFans let this happen? Because it's fucking free marketing. So whenever I see an OnlyFans link on a girl's bio, it's normally followed by a fucking Cash App. Why would you need a Cash App if you fucking have an OnlyFans? If it makes money. Because it doesn't. Because you're all fucking lying. I'm not even triggered. I'm still sober. I've been sober. Maybe I am triggered. But I want to stay. I don't want to go to the next topic, like the next segment, because I want to talk about the greatest show on earth. Paralympics, Olympics, and chicken nuggets.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
I just clocked that YouTube's probably going to take down all the fucking podcasts because they got these segments in it. Fuck it. Now, it's Olympic season, and one of my most I love Olympics. I love the whole concept of it, right? But let's just go to one of the biggest things that people were talking about, the opening ceremony. And some friends asked, did I watch it? Truth is, I didn't watch it. And the further truth is, if you're in Australia, you didn't watch it. And that's because it started at 4 a.m., right? So all we saw was clips online. And all I wanted to see was this, the athletes come around in a circle, who's carrying the flag, which country has 2 people, things like that. They said it was like a Christ-like lesbian fucking trans person. I didn't really see that in the picture. Like, I saw people complaining about it, but I was just like, the French are weird. I wouldn't really think too much about it, right? When you ask people to break things down to you, it makes no sense. So when someone tells me like, oh, it's, they're all making fun of Christ, this and that, I'm like, okay, break it down to me. Exactly what their plan was, or what you think their plan was. Like, how did the meeting go? Like, did they sit around in a circle and say, hey, boys, girls, I don't know, they, thems, let's put a Christ thing there. You pretend to be Jesus looking that way. You're trans, right? You bring your fat ass right here, and your testicles going to be hanging out, and we're going to completely insult Christ. Like, let's be for real, guys. That takes a lot of energy and effort. And for what? To, ruin the Olympics? To potentially ruin the Olympics? Or as what people think is, because they're trying to normalize this shit. To a certain extent, you're right. They do try to normalize certain things. But one, who cares? And two, no, that's not that situation there. And I agree, like, some things are fucked up, and even that was kind of weird, but the whole Christianity thing, it's like, we gotta stop trying to be a victim. That shit is tiresome. I'm a victim. Like, I'm actually a victim. Do you know why I'm a victim? What I absolutely despise is, why are they, you want to talk about forcing something, why are they forcing the Paralympics on us? What the fuck is up with that? Right? And I'm not saying you can't have the Paralympics, but you telling me they spend that much on ad spend? Like, every fucking ad is Paralympics, yeah? And like I said, I have nothing against the Paralympics. Like, but the ads are ridiculous. They had a nigga with no arms, no legs, jumping into the water. Sorry. I wouldn't even say jumping. All we saw, he was on the platform, and then he kind of leaned forward, and it cut to the next scene. And then it was like a nigga with no arms playing basketball. And I'm like, what are we doing here? And then, before the ad ended, right, because one thing they don't show you in these fucking ads, which is ridiculous, is them actually doing the event, right? Because I was like, all right, this nigga went in the water, now what? How does he float? Fucking Patrick the starfish, bro. Like, so the ad's about to end, and then it's just him outside of the water celebrating with his friends. And I'm like, so we don't even know how he swims? Like, what? Come on. At what point are we going to be like, is this necessary? Because not only does the host city have to spend all this money on the Olympics, think about it. Right after it, they got to host the Paralympics, right? And they probably didn't even break even during the Olympics because of the costs. And those stadiums are packed. Who is coming? Who is even attending the Paralympics? Who holds world records? If you're swimming, right? Like the guy, starfish. How, like, who's he swimming against? Like, does he swim against other niggas like him? Or does he swim against, like, is it like a category? Like, all right, so you can have only up to 2 missing limbs. So he's versing a guy with 2 legs. He's fucked. And I'm saying all this as if the nigga probably wouldn't beat me in a race. He wouldn't. Let's be real. Like, you know, it's like that argument they make, like, oh, you know, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but there's some sports where they're like, oh, you know, that woman would dominate you in that sport. I'm like, come on, let's be for real now. You know what I'm saying? Because some things are just biologically don't make sense. I think my mom could beat that guy in swimming. Oh, this is so fucked up. And she can't even swim. I've never seen my mom swim or run in my life. Maybe, you know what she told me? She said, I don't know how to run. How do you not know how to run? And then I thought about it. I have never seen her run. That little nigga probably runs faster than her. So I think to myself, who is attending these games? And then it hit me. Parents, right? And then I was like, not only is it just parents, now they have to fucking modify everything. Like, they gotta make ramps and shit like that to get motherfuckers in and out. They gotta act like they care. It's just a bunch of bullshit. They don't even show it on TV like that. Who sponsors it? Niggas, they're like, alright, so you can sponsor the Olympics for $100,000, or you can sponsor the Paralympics for $500. I can't really afford to sponsor the Olympics for $5,000. But then I don't want to waste $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. It has to be like some type of deal. Like, oh, you sponsor the Olympics and you get to sponsor the Paralympics. Make you feel better about yourself. It's God telling me, relax. No, I'm going to tell you to relax. Because at this point, I want to compete in the Special Olympics. I'm serious. I know what's going to happen. Give it maybe 2 more Olympics. You know what? The next one. Let's even say that. The next Special Olympics. Not Paralympics, Special Olympics. So like people that have autism. Honestly, that's all I ever really thought was it there. You guys seen South Park? It's like that. I am telling you, there are going to be people there that are going to argue that they deserve to be there because of some bullshit fucking ability that they have. They'll be like, oh, I'm actually autistic, this and that. Man, Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm telling you, by next Olympics, you're gonna see people playing victims to get into it. Like the Spanish basketball team that won it last time, none of them niggas was even retarded. They found that shit out later and it was a whole fucking thing. But, now everyone's neurodivergent. And the minute I see motherfuckers doing that shit, I'm gonna be like, I'm representing Australia. But then if I represent Australia and lose, what does that mean? What does that say about me? It says a lot. Imagine that. Imagine you trying to cheat, get into the Special Olympics, and then fucking lose. Oh, I wouldn't lose. I'll cheat if I have to cheat. I don't give a fuck. I'm already there. I cheated to get in. You know what I'm saying? No? Okay, let's go on. So I mentioned it last week how we're going to do topics of the week, right? So it could be a tweet, could be a Reddit, whatever is popping. Fortunately, I keep using that word today. There's nothing really popping. So one of the stories I read on Reddit was about this kid who tragically passed away. And it was unfortunate. He was killed by his classmate. That's right, his classmate fucking killed him. How old was he? A 13-year-old boy was killed by his classmate. It's a fucked up world, man. You're not gonna believe this. Do you know how he killed him? He threw a piece of cheese at the nigger. Now, I don't wish death on anyone. I really don't. Right? But if a nigger throwing cheese on you is gonna be your death sentence, my hand's open right now like Kanye. We said, I don't want him to say what race they are. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like cheese, my nigga. I blame the parents. Kill the whole lineage. Can't let niggas like that procreate, whatever it is. What are we doing, guys? It's like people that have peanut allergies. I don't respect them. How is your kryptonite peanut, nigga? I'm allergic to eggs. I still eat those motherfuckers, bro. It's a mental game that y'all don't understand. You think you're allergic to something? Just go through with it. You're not. I promise you're not. Peanut butter allergies. Peanut butter allergies. Come on. Get the cheese, my nigga. Not even a specific type of cheese, right? Like if they were like, oh, I'm allergic to fucking goat cheese or fucking Swiss cheese. I don't know how it fucking works. But this nigga got cheese thrown at him, said, and then he said, and next thing you know, he died. And I don't wish death on a kid, obviously. But there was going to be like cheeses and everything, my nigga. And is he allergic to dairy or was it just cheese? Because if that's the case, 13 years is already pretty impressive that he was able to live that long. I feel bad for the parent. Why am I lying? It's not that I don't feel bad. Look, I don't. I don't know why, but I don't feel bad. I don't feel good either. I just don't feel anything. Does that make me a bad person? Maybe, right? But I don't want to pretend. I hate when people pretend to care. That's worse than, I think, not caring, because it's so disingenuous. It makes everyone feel uncomfortable. It makes because then I start questioning it. I'm like, not myself, but I start questioning, do they really care? And you can't call somebody out, because if you call somebody out for fake caring, they double down on the bullshit. They double down on that fucking, oh no, you're fucked up. Even with, I'll use Palestine and Israel, for example. In the beginning, I did not care. Right? I did not care. It did not really affect me. But the more I saw those videos, and honestly, it was against my will, because I avoid all death videos. The more I saw it, the more angry I got, and I was like, ugh. Because now I feel like, because these things happen all over the world, right? And it's like, why should I care about what's happening here? Because this shit happens everywhere, and it's so tiring to care about everything. But, they fucking did their job. They posted it. They're promoting it. They're non-stop. And now, I have a fucking sickness in my stomach. I feel so much fucking empathy for the Palestinian people. And I think it's more so the whole dynamic, like between Palestine and Israel. If it was just, two equal countries fighting each other, if it was a civil war within a country, maybe I wouldn't even care as much. But it's like the idea of fucking Israel. Like, how can you do this after suffering what you have suffered? And then to throw your hands or to throw rocks and hide your hands, I hate that shit. Because I don't play that, right? If you're gonna say something fucked up, you can say, look, I fucked up, I was wrong, my bad. And if you don't believe you're wrong, then don't say I fucked up, don't say sorry. Because when these motherfuckers, and it's becoming fucking paramount. What the fuck is happening over there? Like, I can't open the news without, I saw them, they fucking bombed an open soccer field with kids. They do not see, if you do not see another race of human, another race of people, right? Like another group ethnicity as human, if you treat them like fucking animals, that irks me. Because then, like, that must mean in your head, in your theory, in your logic, you think you're more superior than this race. That's the, it's like it fucking kills me. Especially if you're a minority of some sort, right? Like, it's like this fucking, it's like when Africans are like, I'm not black, I'm fucking Ethiopian, I'm Nigerian. It's like, nigga, you're black to the world. No one cares what you think. It's how you are perceived by the world, is how the actions treat you. You think if a racist person is gonna fucking come up and shoot you for no reason, a cop, he's gonna be like, freeze, nigger. Wait, you're Nigerian? My bad, go back to day. No. The world perceives you as one. So once you accept that, you can navigate your life easier. Instead of looking like a fucking idiot like the Zionists are doing right now, right? And it's like, it's hard because this is the first time that I've seen, I'm not seeing even a minority in that group expressing like disdain for what's happening. In every situation, even when it comes to like the most fucked egregious things, there's always a group within the community that's like, yo, this is wrong, whatever it is. But I'm not seeing that with the Israelis, and it's really bothering me. It's like they're doubling down. It's like they're happy. One thing I can't get, and maybe somebody can DM me or tell me I'm wrong, is what do they think is going to happen in the long term? Because everyone is witnessing what is happening, right? Like, my parents, fucking random, if there's one thing that's going to unite the world is our anger for Israel. And if Palestine is lost, my God, I do not see how like this helps them. Because how can somebody do business with them? Everyone's gonna in the back of their heads be like, nah, these guys are killing a race. After they went through a persecution, after they let us know they did that, You know what? How fucked up you gotta be to have people be like, maybe Hitler wasn't wrong. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, that is the sentiment I'm starting to see. Like, not Hitler wasn't wrong, but it's like, we are caring less and less, and by we, I mean society is caring less and less about the atrocities that happened during the Nazi regime, right, during the Holocaust. And that's not fair, because I'm sure the people that went through the fucking Holocaust, the ones that the ones that are still alive, anyone that has that experience could relate to Palestine and be like, holy fuck, what are we doing here? But none of these people went through it. They're fucking selfish, right? And I don't mean to end on a negative. Enjoy the rest of your week. Get the fucking paper. Stop making excuses, because there's always a million reasons as to why you can't do something. But it's never better than the reason why you should do it. Go to the gym, read a book, do what you need. Stop being depressed like me. Let's get this money. Bye.
You can't kill me, nigga, I swear that I done died before. God told me that I was gonna be here back in 94. Chevrolet got that motor, diamonds all on my molars. Parking lot, I lift the door up, got your bitch snorting Coca-Cola. I can't even roll in peace, all my cars orange and green. I can't even go to sleep. that shit from the 850.